Hey everybody, Anthony for Adventures. It is another adventure again, unplanned outback sidetracks, exploring places we've never been before, never planned really to go. And there is certainly plenty of outback tracks in WA. This one here, probably a bit less used. I'll tell you where we are, right? So we've got a bit of a problem. We just wanted to get from Kalgoorlie to Norseman and the highway's closed. Major truck incident, whatever the case may be. So they've closed the road, so we went bush. So at the moment, I think it was called Cave Hill. What's it called? Yeah, Cave Hill. Not a bad little area to go and explore. And we're continuing heading back west again on this track that, lucky it's dry, because when it's wet it'd probably be more fun than we can handle once again, looking at the terrain on the ground. You certainly wouldn't come in here when it's wet, but it's definitely an adventure at the moment. We've got about 20 or 30 k's, probably a bit over 30 actually, probably 30 to 35 k's to go before we get to what I'm hoping is either a bit better road again, maybe sealed road, but I don't know, just going by the maps that we've got on board. And you know how it works with maps, they can be old and out of date, things change, all that sort of thing, so we're limited on what we've got. We are certainly getting out in the middle of nowhere again, very remote. Haven't seen any cars, any traffic whatsoever out here. So yeah, the plan is to get to, I think it looks like is it Victoria Road or Victoria something or other, and then come in on the Hayden Road to Norseman. So we're trying to get to the Hayden Road. So my belief is if we keep heading west, we do about 100 k's on this dirt road. I know it's great. There's a lot of other dirt tracks around, left, rights, but we don't actually know where the incident is. We think it's near Higgins, but we couldn't. No, they couldn't give us the info which side it was. You know, they've got to close the road. It wouldn't be safe to drive down the road and then just have a detour, a small detour around it and keep the traffic moving. We've got to close the road, like, you know, many kilometres in every direction and just completely shut the whole thing down, right? And you understand that, don't you? Why? I think it's punishment for everybody or something, I don't know, because surely you could just have a pathway going past somewhere, you know. But what they do, they close the road. They need to do their investigations. They need to be safe, so even you driving past at 10 kilometres an hour could pose a danger or something, or you might see something you're not meant to see. Maybe there's something else going on, really. But let's not talk about that. Let's just say we're travelling 100 k's west, then we're going to be travelling south, and then hopefully back up the Hayden Road if that's not closed as well, coming in at Norseman. And bada bing, we're back on track. We'll probably be hours, probably 2 or 3 hours minimum behind the plan. We did have a look down a few side tracks, but didn't really tickle our fancy. And this one's pretty come good at the moment. I'm doing about 60 k's at the moment. It's a nice smooth road. We're just down on 25 psi. Let a little bit of air out. I remember I got no compressor, so it's a pain, but the car behind's obviously got the compressors. We've got one compressor, only 2 cars. Fair bit of dust because it is very dry, but there's also been some drizzle and showers, just to add to the suspense, you know, of the, you get heading out somewhere you don't know. It's been wet lately. There's roads closed because they're wet still all over the place. So we're like, well, is this one wet or not? The sign said open to all traffic, so that's what it says, you know. And on the ground it looks dry, it's dusty. Happy days. But then it was raining. Got a few spots coming on the windscreen right now as I speak, and some dark grey looking clouds ahead in the distance. So not too much expect on the radar. The weather's saying fine and mid-20s type is the predictions, but looking at what's happening, you know, out here compared to the weather is always sort of slightly different to what's actually going to happen. But anyway, we'll continue on. Any too much adventure, I'll let you know what's going on. Now we're onto a bit of what looks like sand, very different. You know, it's well packed down underneath base, but some nice light bricky sand on top. Didn't they have some fun there when that was wet? Like I said, yeah, a lot of lessons, mate. A lot of places you don't go when it's wet, especially flat areas. So yeah, we just came to the end of that one. Victoria Rock Road, I believe it's called. So I've never been on this one before. Awesome condition road, 90 k's an hour more or less, depends how you travel. Obviously drive within your own capabilities, and if you see people catching up, slow down, move over and let them past. And if everyone does that, it'll work out well. So yeah, Victoria Rock Road. Looks like we've got to head south on that for around about 50-60 k's, which should hit the Hyden Norseman Road, which I believe would be sealed, and we'll be back on track to be approximately 3 hours behind schedule today, which means we're doing, instead of we're having a big day today. It was 9 hours driving, it'll be 12 hours driving today then to get back on schedule and meet up with the others, which yeah, I think that's better than waiting around. I've been other places before waiting around for roads to open, and it does take days sometimes. Bit unfortunate they can't have a bypass to get all the traffic past on major highways when there is an incident, but I guess that's the way it is, and that's what you got to deal with, and that's what we did. We dealt with it. So we'll continue this and we'll let you know how it works out. But definitely this adventure's happened for a reason, and there's a lot of areas and tracks out here that I want to explore as well. So again, put it on the list of unfinished business. I think I'll be busy in Australia forever exploring all these outback tracks and places. So we're now on the Hyden Norseman Road. Well, Hyden's behind us. That's where that wave rock is, I believe, if I remember correctly. Take a guess that it's, I don't know, another 100, 200 k's back the other way, about 100 k's to Norseman. This road is in beautiful condition, so of course we're belting down that. So everything's going pretty much to plan, and we'll only be 3 hours behind schedule instead of an unknown amount of hours or days behind schedule. Alright, long story short, let's wrap up this video. It's 12:50 without any clock changes. So we're meant to meet at Norseman at 9. We got there about 12. We've refueled, we've had lunch, we've pumped up the tyres. We've helped out some people that are all stranded on some ways they can go, and we're out of there. So it's a bada bing, bada boom. That worked for us. Take the Hyden Road, Norseman Hyden Road, and then Victoria whatever road. That's a pretty good road. And if you're out there, go and do some exploring. It's a good little area out there that I just discovered that some people that are watching probably already knew about. And a lot of people probably went, oh wow, okay, cool, no worries. So a few things to see out there. Bada bing, we'll let you know what's happening. Hopefully the next video is more interesting. Could be Goog's Track. Catch you then. See ya.